everyone, my name is Elena Kustolainen. I'm an activist of the socio-political movement Free Ingria. Free Ingria is a public movement of regionalists from St. Petersburg. The movement has existed since the 1990s and aims to achieve broad autonomy or complete political independence for St. Petersburg and the Leningrad region, and restoration of its historical name, Ingria, or in other words, in Germanland. Until 2014, our Free Ingria movement was mainly engaged in studying the history of our native land, cultural and educational work, organizing rallies and performances, promoting the unique identity of St. Petersburg and the Ingria region. However, starting in 2014 and onwards, we were forced to sharply politicize and radicalize our agenda. The Free Ingria movement unequivocally condemned the occupation of Crimea and part of Donbass by Russia in 2014 and supported the revolution of dignity in Ukraine. After that, the coordinators and activists of our movement faced repressions and political persecutions. As a result, most of the movement's leadership ended up in immigration. Currently, the Free Ingria movement is actually coordinated from abroad. Yes, with the start of the Russian invasion in Ukraine in 2022, the rhetoric of our movement became more radical. Representatives of Free Ingria openly declared of their support for Ukraine and became one of the founders of the Free Nations of PostRussia Forum. Also abroad, coordinators and activists of the movement are actively working in such structures as the League of Free Nations and the Free Russia Forum, and meet with representatives of European political establishment. The Free Ingria movement finds the deepest understanding among politicians in the Baltic states. All the main coordination events of the Free Ingria movement are taking place in Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia. Now, under the conditions of harsh authoritarianism in Russia, our public political work in St. Petersburg and Ingria is practically frozen. We coordinate the work of our activists in St. Petersburg and the Leningrad region, but we do it very carefully. We do not want to expose the activists of our movement to the risk of repressions. Those who are now fighting for the freedom of Ingria in their homeland are heroes. Nowadays, if you just utter the motto of our movement, Ingria will be free, in Russia, you can be arrested on a charge of terrorism and get many years in prison. However, at the present day, it's not only Putin's authoritarian machine wants to destroy our movement. It's not easy to talk about this, but in St. Petersburg, there is also a part of society that is called collaborators. It's not numerous. These are unprincipled people who disguise themselves as patriots of St. Petersburg and Ingria, but at the same time live by the principle of the Russian proverb, to some war is hell, to others a kindly mother, and actively cooperate with the occupation Putin's regime. Among such collaborative organizations are the Liberal Party Yabloko, as well as the organization Inkerin Lito and the Lutheran Church of Ingria. It is especially difficult to talk about the last two. These organizations are positioning themselves as defenders of the nation of Ingria Finns, one of the indigenous nations of Ingria. At the same time, they chose to forget about the hundreds of thousands of victims of their people who suffered from Russian imperialism, collaborate with Putin's occupational authoritarian regime, and support Russia's military aggression against Ukraine. As an Ingrian Finn by nationality, I ask representatives of the free world not to confuse these unworthy people with the true patriots of St. Petersburg and Ingria. We, the civil socio-political movement Free Ingria, have fought, are fighting, and will fight against Russian imperialism for a free European Ingria. One of our historical authorities is Colonel Georgy Elfengren, the founder of the Ingrian statehood, who created the Republic of Northern Ingria 100 years ago and defended it with arms in hand from the Bolsheviks and Tsarist imperialists. Under the flag of Georgy Elfengren, we wage our struggle today. Here it is. Behind me, the national flag of Ingria. This is the flag of struggle and freedom. Colonel Elfengren dreamed of seeing this flag fluttering over St. Petersburg. We will realize Colonel Elfengren's dream. Ingria will be free.